Hey everyone, Connor here from the Daubers and welcome to Shim-Line Saturdays. So we are now into the second bracket of the semi-finals. One of these two cards is going to get voted into the finals and that's going to be one hell of a fight, and one of those cards is going to potentially, hopefully, maybe, get graded if it's able to. So let's look at the first of the competitors. We have top 8 version of High Speed Dodge. Straight off the bat you see that shim down the middle. This is one of the ones that's going vertically. So if we have a look at it, the foiling on this, as you can see, is just 10 out of 10 level. 10 out of 10 level. Obviously we're going to be like super strict on this set of one as well, but can we find that like technically a hidden shim? But I feel like on the artwork it almost looks as if the shim's meant to be there as well, but I think it's just based on how the foiling goes, to be honest, as such. So I don't think there's necessarily a hidden shim element to this card, if I'm being honest. I mean, definitely not at that angle. I don't think there's a hidden shim. We have to then look into things of like, does it interrupt the art? I mean, it's a weird one because I think it sort of does interrupt the art. I have to be kind of honest. Like, I'm looking at it going like, does this look as if he's doing something falling or he's slashed some people? But I think from the panel as well, I don't think that's the case. So I'm going to say it does interrupt the art. I mean, look at the foiling. The foiling is so nice on this one as well. Yeah, no, I think it definitely has to be considered to interrupt the art. I think it does. The foiling's so good. I think sometimes that can be what hides it, but then obviously it just highlights it as well, to be fair. But it is a really cool card. The shim's interesting. How centered is it as well? Like, I'm trying to, like, I think it's just slightly too high, just a tiny bit too high. So I don't even think. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because we're having to be like super critical on these kind of ones. We're saying like, does the art get interrupted? Does it ruin it and stuff like that? And in this case, I mean, because of how good the foiling looks, I think we have to kind of go under the lines of saying, yeah, probably. I think I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5. I want to grade it higher, but at the same time as well, it just, yeah, I mean, like, because the foiling just is legit. Look at that rainbow foiling. Like, that is actually, that actually might, especially on camera, what I've caught, that actually might be the best foiling I've ever seen. I love this. That is so good. But again, we're here for the shim. So I think, yeah, I think I've got to give it the 2 out of 5. So let's move on to the person that's contended against, which was a viewer submission for Wolf Assassin alt art from the solo level and challenger decks. So obviously you got these from the collector packs. So we can see that shim kinda down the middle. It's a slight off to the right side of things, but not too much. Just enough where it's not bang on the centre though. Does this interrupt the art? That becomes the real question. Kinda. I mean, I think all shims kinda destroy the art or interrupt the art a little bit. In this case, I'm trying to see like, how heavy does the shim. I mean, I think this one on camera as well kind of gets a bit of a hidden grace of like, the shim doesn't look too in your face. So like, I can see where it cuts past his ear on the left side. We can see that and it cuts down the art as such. But I don't think it necessarily cuts down the art in a really disruptive way. So I think I can grade that up a little bit. On for the foiling. The foiling is very nice, but I feel as if like High Speed Dodge being that kind of like chromatic way has maybe like outshone it a little bit. But I can still see where we're getting the sort of rainbow effect going. It is looking really good, to be fair. And actually, to be fair, right, this alt art is actually really nice. I prefer these cards without the border. So I'm going to like sneak in a point for that one. So centering, no, centering's pretty close. Interrupting the art, not too bad. Not bad enough where I think I would dock it points, if I'm being honest. And overall foiling I still think is great. So I think for this one, I'm going to give this a 3. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 shim stars. We're going to go for that this time. But yeah, let's put both together. So luckily we have a new camera as well, which means I'm able to do these things a lot easier, like proper hands free. I'm not hitting it or moving things around. This is like the best. This is probably going to be the best cut video in a long time. The fact I'm able to do this and everything like that is amazing. Like, why I should have just invested in this at the start, but I didn't really think how long this was going to go. So I guess at least we're upgrading for the finals, isn't it? So we have high speed dodge, the top 8 variant, and then the alt art wolf assassin from the collector packs. So again, in the comments below, I need you to comment which one you want to see in the final. Do you like the high speed dodge one? Do you like the wolf assassin? Do you hate the shim on one of them? Do you hate the shim on the other? There's no right or wrong answer to what card you want to see into the next round. So get your votes in below. As I say, we'll be posting up on all of the groups that we can post in, and at the same time as well, you're more than welcome to comment on every single one of them, just to try and edge your vote into getting one of these into the final. Because after the final, Shim-Line Saturdays will be on hiatus while we reformat it for a different type of show. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we come up with. But again, get your votes in below and we'll talk more in the final. And I'll see you all next week. Bye everyone.